yeah. The internet, they do what they do. Flip a story and make it to something that it ain't. Um, so, I've been in the league for 7 years. And at least 5 or 6 of the years, it all been a quarterback competition. Within those years, I think I'm mature enough and wise enough to not answer questions like that. For everyone to believe that I would answer something like that on social media is kind of wild, but you got to understand this what we in, and understand how everybody viewing the quarterback competition in this room. So every little thing is going to try to turn it into that, and which I get, I understand, but like I said, I spoke on it. I said what I truly felt about the situation, and I leave it off from there. If anybody want to believe, that's what they want to believe. I know what's the real. I know what the truth is, and that all that matters.
What was that when you put up 4 fingers, and what was that?
So the truth is, if you could watch the video, you could see it was cut. Then whoever did it scrolled up to make it seem like I was answering that question, which I wasn't. There's 1,000 questions popping up, rolling all at once. I seen some guys saying I was throwing up for 4 PF. I wasn't. Some guy was saying it because my 4 color jerseys. But before the video cut, it was me and my daughter, and I showed the video. I showed my daughter, and somebody was asking like how old she is, and I threw up the 4 because she's 4 years old. But everybody gonna make it seem like I should have been thinking this, saying this instead of throwing up the 4, knowing everybody gonna make it seem bigger than what it is. But it's just part of the game we've been.
What was that, like a podcast you were doing, or just
it was just it wasn't. I wasn't even just entertaining questions. It was just me and my daughter catching the trip here, and I just got on TikTok live and just to interact with the fans and stuff like that. But that's all it was. If I don't even answer quarterback question here, why would I answer quarterback questions on the TikTok? So.
Did you feel like you had to say anything to SHEDEUR or Deshaun about that at all?
Yeah. Because you never know what other people are thinking about the situation. It's just like how y'all assume like I was throwing up for 4. I don't know what they thinking in their mind, so I had to just go up there and let them clear it up to them and know what really happened and not what the media portrayed it to be.
Pretty dangerous out there.
That's just the world we live in. It's the social media life now. You know how things go. You either deal with it or, it's just what it is.
And it's gotten worse, hasn't it? Just even over. Do you feel like it's gotten worse just even in the last couple of years with things?
Social media, nothing's real on there. You can't be on TikTok, Instagram, especially Twitter. Everything is for clickbait and likes and stuff like that. So you can't. Whatever I see on social media, whatever they say about a person or do this about a person, I don't believe nothing I see on there until I meet a person in real life or get a true understanding of who they are. Because social media is all fake.
Jerry, do you think now, 7 years in the league, do you think you can handle this more maturely now than you might have 5 years ago?
Yeah, for sure. Probably 5 years ago, I just let y'all think whatever y'all want to think. But now, sometimes you just got to clear up the message, because sometimes just letting people think whatever they think just going to leave a bad taste or a bad memory in their head. So sometimes you just got to clear stuff up like I'm doing now.
Jerry, you talked about the number of times you've been in quarterback competition over the course of your career, and the frustration. I mean, how do you not let that build up, build into the frustration, allow frustration to build up when you're having to deal with that, because, you're trying to do what you can do, but, you're seeing a different quarterback seemingly, every 3 weeks, it seems like.
Yeah, you can't just you just got to control what you can control. I can't, it's just part of the game. I just got to deal with it, I can't control who at quarterback, what happens to the quarterback, anything. All I can do is control what I can control, and that's running routes, getting open, and catching the ball, making plays. Other than that, I can't say nothing or do nothing about nothing else but my job.
Do you feel like
their progress, both not only on the field, but you've obviously seen them.
Yeah, man, they've been balling since OTAs, and they consistently asking questions, wanting to learn. you know, they consistently getting better each and every day, playing fast, being more comfortable in the offense. You know, then we got two great players that we drafted for sure.
I haven't seen just a lot of your workout clips throughout the offseason and even in the break. And I mean, are you working as hard as you always do? Or are you working even a little bit harder? It just seems like you're so focused on being the best version of yourself right now.
Yeah, I'm working the same way I've always been working. You know, doing the same thing I've always been doing. You know, this our life. This what we do. You know, so I pride myself on getting better, at least 1% better each and every day. So that's what I just could continue been doing. I was just posting it. Now it's been the same routine ever since.
With the additions of Casey and Denzel, and then obviously Isaiah getting a full training camp under his belt, do you feel like this wide receiver room is kind of rejuvenated? It seems like they've been playing with a lot of energy.
Yeah, for sure. You know, having a great group of young guys, you know, being able to, you know, come into the league and, you know, I made a few plays in the league, you know, KC and Denzel getting comfortable with during camp, making plays. So, you know, having a great group of guys that understand the offense, you know, could make plays outside, inside is just going to help us all in general. So,
Jerry, what gives you hope? What gives you hope and/or confidence that your year will be better than it was last year?
I just know the amount of work I put in, and I know what I'm capable of doing. And I know last year, you know, it was frustrating, but at the end of the day, I know what really was going on and what was happening in certain situations that, you know, you can't control. Like, of course, I can focus more on the drops and stuff like that, you know. And it's a lot of stuff that plays into that role, you know. So, you know, like I said, the work would give me confidence. The work I put in would really give me confidence.
Is that the one thing about your game from last year that you want to wipe out? The drops?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. As a receiver, you know, your job is to catch the ball, you know, and you know, we pride ourselves in catching balls and making plays, you know. So that's the only thing I really feel like that was something big that I needed to work on, you know, and yeah.
How did it feel being young?
This is the last Mary Kay game.
Is there anything unique about Tomlin and the offense that makes you excited in terms of the passing game when you were asking receivers? And then did you watch like any of the clips of guys in Baltimore or before to like for what you might be asking?
Yeah, I actually did. You know, I watched some few clips from the Ravens this past year. You know, in this offense, you know, I'm excited because it all gets you in the right formation, the right play against the right look. So I think that's a big jump and big step forward for this offense, is the quarterback being able to change the plays or have 2 or 3 plays in one just to get in the right look and the right play call against the defense. So that's going to be helpful a lot.
Do you feel like you have the support of Browns fans, or do you feel like maybe you have to win some Browns fans back, or how would you characterize your relationship with the fans?
Honestly, I don't really. I know like the only thing you could really do is just go out there on the field and, you know, make plays, and the support will come. You know, so that's all I'm really focused on. Really, just going out there and making plays, and you know, they'll love you one week, they'll hate you next week, they'll love you again. So I don't really pay too much attention on that. I just pay attention on getting better each and every day and making plays on Sundays and doing whatever I need to do to help my team win.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Facial hair out.
So, Dawn, I asked Todd the other day just about, you know, with you stacking so many good days together, might that result, you know, what that might do for you? He said that you're earning more reps. So, just wondering, you know, how do you feel about that? You know, getting some more reps and having more of a chance.
Yeah, I think it's just depends if you're in 2 spot or 1 spot one day, but just mastering what I can and the reps I do get, and then you know, continue to improve. That's always been what it's about.
Dylan, you talked back in April about just running your own race. Just that mindset. How much, you know, where did that mindset sort of come from? I mean, how much is it drawn from kind of your own college experiences, but you kind of went through at UCF and Oklahoma? And, you know, how can you kind of maybe expand on that?
Yeah, I just always have done it. You know, maybe I verbalized it like that day, but yeah, I'm always just worried about what I got to do to be at my best. You know, I've had a lot of good reps at that, so just trying to continue that.
Does this camp feel any different than for you, Dylan, than a year ago?
Yeah, you're not a rookie anymore, so you know what to expect, know how to go about your routine and make it better. So day to day, it's just a lot easier in knowing when to put what time and energy into.
Did you at all feel disrespected from being omitted from the starting competition by the new coach?
Never disrespected. I don't take things personally. It's a business. I'm focused on what I need to do to get better, and that's all I'm focused on. I'm present with that.